Okay, this trade here is what we call a reverse trade. Basically, the market, we're looking at a potential reversal of an initial trend. It kind of seemed like it wanted to go up. That's the euro dollar. We ran out of steam. We've had a pullback, and I'm anticipating we're going to continue pulling back. And the way I can recognize this is because if you notice the 1 hour box and the 1 minute box, they're very close together. Originally the 1 minute was all the way up there where that 5 minute is at 50, what is it, 56, and notice how those 1 minutes have started to push back to look and find the 1 hour. So this tells me we're running out of steam. If you also look at your 1 minute chart, you'll see your 1 minute chart is beginning to look as we're starting to get higher lows and lower lows and starting to do a retracement. So what I'm looking for is this pullback here to sell this, and the initial target is this 5 minute at 56. So when we get there, I'm going to sell this one. Okay, there we go. Right now I should be selling this, and I've got a 4-column roadblock above that at 66, 64. That's where my stop is going to be, right above that, and I'm going to go ahead and sell it as I just did there. I had an entry a little bit premature at 55, and I'm going to go ahead and play it down at least immediately to get 10-12 points, and that'll be around the 1 minute box at 46 or so. And then I'm going to hold on to it and allow for it to work its way back down to the 1 hour. And if I'm a little bit more patient, actually it can even break that 1 hour and keep going down lower. But 1 hour will be enough to potentially make about 20 plus points, or about 18 points out of this trade, out of one position. And again, as I manage my positions, the ideal scenario is, here we go. Okay, here you see how quickly this is developing, is immediately pulling out some money, taking a deposit out. And normally I like around 10-12 points is, my first goal. As soon as I get that, now I pretty much can go ahead and give myself an opportunity to place a break-even point at my entry and allow this to continue to develop and give me the potential of working its way down to the 36 level. So that's the way I would go ahead and now play this trade. This is a trade that gives us an opportunity several times a day. It is difficult to recognize for beginners, and this is why this is an advanced trade concept, because most beginners don't really understand at what point in time the market is running out of steam. That takes time to develop. That takes a little bit of practice, and this is one thing that the first and foremost we always say is get the very basics, then you can start taking more advanced concepts, more advanced trades. But these trades, when you start developing an eye and a feeling for them, they give you very nice results on a consistent basis, because the market has a tendency to overshoot itself and then try to find within that, look for a balance. And when it starts to look for that balance, you can a lot of times with a certain amount of consistency get your 10-12 points out of that. And then if you allow it like this one here, and you manage your positions accordingly, then your other position a lot of times will make more points for you. As you can see, this one is developing really nicely, and as soon as I come down here and test anywhere close to that 1 hour box, I'll go ahead and take close to 18-20 points out of my other position, and I can pretty much call it a day. So that's how you work this one. And again, notice what I want you to look at is how your 5 minute chart looks and how your 1 minute chart looks, and you'll see that that pattern, when you start to see it with certain amount of frequency, will have a tendency to repeat itself over and over. So for those of you learning this advanced trade, that's how you look at that one. Okay. In the meantime, oh, by the way, let's look at pound dollar, because pound dollar has a similar setup. Okay, look right next there. Pound dollar has a similar setup. The only problem I've got with pound dollar, if you notice the difference in euro dollar and pound dollar has massive clear roads to the top side. So there isn't really levels of where you could say, well, if this thing is going to stop, where is it going to stop? Well, truthfully, you would have to go to your 5 minute chart and look at that peak up there, where that high we had, which is way up there at about, I don't know, I would say 70, 80, maybe 90 might have been toppish, and you know, kind of say to yourself, well, you know, up there would be the area where I could put a stop, but it's not the same thing. So again, look at the difference. If you had to take one from the other, you know, the pound is setting up as also a reversal trade, but I would much rather take the euro dollar, where I've got a 4-column roadblock right above it to act as a good area of resistance in case that 56 area didn't hold. I would count on that 64, 65 area up there to give me a better line of support or resistance, and then hopefully I could get out of that trade with you know, minor damage. But as you can see, it's worked out very nicely. We're almost down to the 1 hour, and you know, I'm just about ready to cash out of this position and call it a day. So, you know, really easy trade, simple, and pretty much hit my target of potential points for the day. Now I can go ahead, sit back and relax and just wait for perfect setups, as in fact we believe some others will develop, and hopefully be able to go ahead and give you another trade here in the next half hour or so.